when you like talk about this channel, you definitely feel like a dissociation, right? Or because I don't know, you say it like we, like Lennon's doing anything.
Everybody says that to me all the time.
Do you do it as
I'm
like kind of like a humbling thing? I don't know, like what, or do you really just see it as like she's like, I guess she's, I mean, the star, so.
Everyone's always like, wait, who's we? And I'm like, Lennon, because she is my business partner.
It is you too, because you really are a big part of your videos as well. Like you're in them, your face is showing, you're teaching hands-on things, you're doing B-roll of your bunny. So
yeah, totally. And the funny thing is, like the first like 6 months of the channel, I was anonymous and I just did voiceover. Work. I was like a spill sesh, but for bunnies. But I just had like B-roll of Lennon and I would just talk because I didn't want people to know who I was. I was just really afraid of being judged. So
where does that stem from? Just like social media hate or like your personal, like you just did not have the confidence?
God, we're getting into some deep territory here. Fear of being judged. Well, I think that's just, you know, a pretty humanistic aspect in general. But I think that the bunny community specifically, there's a lot of judgment in the bunny community because it's still, you know, I think it's still a relatively new community in the sense that we've only come together in recent years on social media. And there's just so many different opinions about what to do, what not to do, how to do it. And, you know, of course, anytime you have someone with a platform like us coming in and like throwing out our theory, then, you know, there's always going to be a vocal minority who are like, you're, you know, abusing your bunny and like you're whatever.
I can imagine someone commenting on another video and be like, Lorelei said to do it this way. I mean, was there any like bunny beef ever between people? Like where like people voiced each other's opinions on their opinions? Like, I want it this way, but also this channel is telling you to do this. I would never do that.
All the time. Yeah. There's so much drama and like on PetTube. They call it PetTube because there's so many like different like pet creators. But yeah, there's been a couple like other bunny YouTubers who I don't think they like me very much. I had a thing with Gabi DeMartino that was like pretty crazy because I made a video reacting to her rabbit care. She's like a big, you know, bunny person.
Oh, she is? Okay.
Yeah.
What was she doing?
Well, she has bunnies. I don't know if she still has them. But she had like made this whole vlog and she like kept them in a cage and all this. So I reacted to the whole thing. And you can already imagine.
Did it do well?
Yes.
Yeah. And
so
then did she comment?
She did. Yeah, she did. She did. And then she wrote like this paragraphical like comment. It was very, very long. I pinned it.
Aggressive?
So, well, I don't know if it was aggressive.
Defensive?
But more so defensive. And then she followed Lennon.
Did she ever DM you or anything?
No, but, you know, I think it was one of those things where I think it was just like whatever was said, like was said.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like.
She kind of got it all out in the comment.
I think she wanted that to be public and then like there was no further communication.
Yeah.
But.
Like we were talking earlier about like being friendly with other YouTubers and like sharing tips. Like have you found that like maybe competitors, other rabbits on YouTube or on social media, they're more gatekeeping, or have you made some connections with other? I don't know any other bigger bunnies or big bunnies online. So does Lennon have friends in the industry?
Lennon has a lot of friends in the industry. You'd be surprised. I mean, the funny thing is, because things have just shifted so much into TikTok now and Instagram. So there's actually a lot of bunnies with huge, huge followings on both of those platforms that make content, albeit it's different content. It's not really in the same vein as what we do. I mean, ours is definitely a lot more educational. And I think that a lot of like cute animal content that you see now, it's just like an animal doing something cute. So there's a lot of like cute bunny videos. Yeah. Lennon has a lot of like Instagram friends. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, that's cute. And also with your content, like you said, it's like more educational. Like some of your best videos are like, you know, the top 5 of this, you know, as far as bunnies and your free roaming content. You also have done a series before where because I guess like, I mean, I would say Lennon probably has the best life. Like you probably are the bunny expert. So you've gone on and you've helped other people who have had poor bunny situations. You go in, you help them do like a makeover. Can you talk a little bit about that series? Like, what's it called?
Oh, yes. House Rabbit Makeover. That's the working title, but it's been the working title for a number of years now. But that's a really fun series that I started back in 2019. Yeah. And I would basically go to people's homes, and I played this sort of like Gordon Ramsay character where I'm just like, this sucks. This is horrible. We're chucking the cage. You know, we're getting rid of this. We're throwing this out. And I would like, in a way, maybe like discipline the parents and the family too, and be like, what are you doing? Like, why, why are you letting your child... Oh, yeah. I turned into like a different person. It's definitely like a character that I play, but it was really fun. And I didn't think it was going to do as well as it did. And every episode has just surprised me. It's gotten millions and millions of views. I think like the first one has like 2 million at this point. But I think, again, this was a result of a space that was missing for rabbit content that like was being filled in a really fulfilling way for people, because when I look at my analytics for those episodes, the majority of my viewers aren't even subscribed to me, which means that non-bunny owners are watching the content. Yeah. It's just they like the idea of this human element of people loving conflict and conflict being resolved.
It's like a reality show.
It is a reality. Yeah, it is like a reality show, and they love a beautiful ending. They love seeing the bunnies live happy lives and in better places. And I've had people just come up to me and be like, I got a bunny because of these episodes, you know? So that's really fun. And that's been I'd love to get that, funny enough you said, but I'd love to get that picked up.
So when it comes to that series, are there people who like dislike your attitude on there, and like you've gotten some backlash for like being too hard on people?
Absolutely.
How do you take that? Are you like, oh, I'll be nicer next time? Or are you kind of like, no, screw this. This is like content gold. I think you embrace it.
For a minute there, so the first couple of episodes, because again, a lot of trial and error. I was just like, I was not super nice in my episodes, but it was coming from a place of like tough love. Yeah. Because sometimes if you go into these homes and you're just like, you're too nice, too accommodating, too sweet, people don't take advantage. I mean, they don't take you seriously. And also, sometimes when it comes to just like animal care in general, it's just like, it can be triggering.
Yeah.
Like if you see an animal like suffering, that can be a little triggering.
You're just like, F this, you need to fix this right now.
Yeah.
Is it ever awkward? Like, are their homes ever like really like, I mean, you travel to their homes, right?
Yeah.
In California?
All over.
So you'll fly
all
somewhere.
Over. Yeah, I did an episode. One of my most popular ones was actually in Virginia.
Really?
Yeah. It was so funny.
So do you go to like the pet store and get a bunch of stuff for them, or do you have brands that you work with? Or?
Yeah, so I used to. I mean, I still do, but a lot of them were sponsored, so that was helpful in terms of being able to like pay my cameraman, fund everything, fund all the items, the travel, and all that stuff. But yeah, what I do is I would basically dismantle the previous setup, and then I would go with the family and shop and buy everything brand new, better quality stuff. I'd have different brands provide like toys, treats, hay, all sorts of things.
Yeah, it's nice.
And do like a really beautiful makeover. So, they would be a surprise too. And they would come in and go, oh my God, like I had, usually it's a transition from like being in a cage to free roaming. So that's always like part of the surprise. But
so I do want to talk a little bit about like your product, because I feel like placement can be great. But before we go there, we can put Lennon back just so like, but wait, question.
Yes.
How old is Lennon?
Lennon is 8.
How long do bunnies live?
They can live like up to like, I don't know, like 12, 13, 14, if they're well taken care of, because, their lifespan can be shorter if they live in like a bad situation.
Yeah. So before we put Lennon away, I just want to because a lot of people will ask, like, this is a YouTube channel built off of Lennon. What is like your mentality around accepting the, inevitable And what do you think about like, are you going to take another bunny and then that's going to be like the channel's going to be replaced by another bunny? Do you kind of have because a lot of people are going to ask that question.
Absolutely. She's licking me, kissing me as you talk about
know,
her
it's
death.
like
It's so morbid, but we got to talk about it, Lennon. No, it's definitely a truth that I face like every day. I think anyone with a pet, we think about it, right? We're like, oh my God, the day that they're no longer around. Absolutely. Yeah. And not even really because of the channel, but because I love her. And like, because at the end of the day, she's, my family. And you won't hear from me for a long time. I'll put it that way.
No, you need to call me right away. We could sit in silence and just
mourn.
It's
not gonna be a good day whenever that day comes, because she's like my soulmate. We've built a life together. She's facilitated everything I have. These boots, like Prada bag, like everything.
Yeah, she's given you a purpose.
She gave me a purpose. And I think about it all the time. I'm like, man, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't live in this apartment. I wouldn't have met this person. I wouldn't have gone on this trip and met this other person. And it's funny how life works, and every little decision that we make like affects our future. And the day that I got her, I mean, if you'd told me like that we would be in this position years down the line, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have. And it's just, she changed my life, and I will forever be indebted to her. And so, I think that with regards to the channel and her mortality, I just look at it as we'll keep doing it as long as we can.
Yeah, you're not even trying to really think about like.
Well, I think
like
about it.
You're not planning like a replacement. Like you're not. There's no replacing.
I'm not thinking about like replacing her right now. I just think we'll do it as long as we can, and I mean, I may even stop the channel before. Like she might even surpass the channel. Like retire. I don't know. Yeah, like I might retire before she, her time comes. Like who knows, really? But I've definitely thought about like, if I want to keep the channel going post Lennon, I'd probably get another bunny. Mm-hmm. And I will forever be a bunny lady. Yeah. Because I feel like once you go bunny, well, this is my slogan. I need to trademark it. Once you go bunny, there's no other honey. Oh, yeah. So I'll probably never like own a dog or a cat or anything. It'll always be a bunny of some sort. As to how soon that would happen, no idea. I don't know if it would overlap. I don't know. I even want to get her a partner for her final years so she can have like a husband.